Watch this video and see how to stitch the panels for Eggnog the Elf on your embroidery machine. All the details for the Keeping It Simple sew along are in the description below. This project involves creating multiple panels to assemble the full design. While I'm not demonstrating all the panels in this video, you can follow the detailed instructions provided with your purchase for the remaining panels. In this video, we're focusing on the front panel. But before we start, let's make the ears first. Start by stitching the place and line for the ears. Next, take fabric A and place it on top of the hoop, ensuring it fully covers the place and line with the right side facing up. Once that's done, stitch it down securely. Now, embroider the detail inside the ears to give them that extra touch. Carefully remove the hoop from the machine and flip it over so the wrong side is facing up. Here, place fabric B on top of the wrong side of the hoop, again ensuring the right side of the fabric is facing up. Tape it in place to keep it secure. Return the hoop to your machine and stitch it down. After stitching, take a pair of sharp scissors and trim both fabric A and fabric B, leaving about 1 to 2 mm from the stitching line. Around the inner parts of the ears, leave approximately ½ inch of extra fabric. Next, embroider the satin stitch around the edges of the ears to give them a clean and polished look. Once complete, carefully remove the ears from the hoop and trim away any excess stabilizer. If you use any wash away stabilizer, now is the perfect time to rinse it off and let the ears dry completely. Set them aside for later. If you're including legs in your project, let's make those next. Start by stitching the place and line for the socks. Place fabric A over the hoop, covering the place and line completely with the right sides facing up, and stitch it down. Remove the hoop from your machine and use the scissors to trim the fabric close to the stitching line, leaving about 1 to 2 mm. Be sure to leave any extra fabric in the seams. Next, stitch the place and line for the boots. Place fabric B over the hoop, ensuring it covers the place and line with the right side facing up, and stitch it down. Again, remove the hoop and trim the fabric to about 1 to 2 mm from the stitching, leaving some extra fabric in the seams. Now it's time to add some personality. Embroider the laces on the boots, followed by the satin stitch connecting the socks to the boots. Then stitch the stripes on the socks for that fun finished look. Take fabric C and place it on top of the hoop, this time with the wrong side facing up. Cover all the stitching, then secure it in place with tape and stitch it down. Once stitched, remove the work from the hoop and trim the seams about 1/4 inch around the opening of the legs. Leave a bit more, approximately 1/2 inch. Clip the curves carefully to allow for smooth turning. Then turn the legs right side out. A chopstick or a pointy tool works wonderfully for this step. Give them a good press and then set them aside. Now let's move on to the front panel. Stitch the place align for the batting first. Then place batting 1 or optional bag stiffener on top of the hoop, ensuring it covers the place align completely. Stitch it down, then remove the hoop and trim the batting to about 1 to 2 millimeters from the stitching. Next, stitch the place align for the hat. Take fabric A and place it right side up on the hoop, fully covering the place align. And stitch it down. Then remove the hoop and trim the fabric 1 to 2 millimeters from the stitching. Leave some excess fabric in the seams for added durability. Embroider the detail along the hat to add texture and design. Follow the same applique process for the face using fabric B. Once the face is ready, embroider the hair and eyebrows. Followed by the satin stitching along the edges of the hat. Add the detail of the hair peeking out from under the hat for the realistic touch. Now, embroider the features of the face. Start with the cheeks, nose and eyes. Finishing with the delicate eye shines. For the scarf, use fabric C, repeating the applique process. Follow the same process for the shirt using fabric D. Add embroidered details to the shirt and finish with the satin stitching around the scarf. Stitch the place and lines for the ears and optional legs. Take the ears you made earlier and center them on the place and lines, with the right side facing down and the ears pointing towards the center of the hoop. Tape them in place, then stitch them down. If you're adding legs, center them on the place and lines as well, with the right side facing down and the legs pointing towards the center of the hoop. Tape and stitch them down. When this step is complete, don't stitch the next one. It's just a precautionary step to prevent the embroidery foot from moving into the center of the block. Now remove the panel from the hoop and trim the seams to about 1/2 inch. Be careful not to cut into the legs. Pin them securely in the middle of the panel. Set the finished panel aside until all the pieces are ready for assembly. While I'm not demonstrating the other panels in this video, be sure to follow the instructions provided with your purchase for guidance on the remaining panels. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you love this design as much as I do, you'll find all the details on where to purchase it, as well as information about our monthly Keeping It Simple sew-along in the description below. We also have a video on assembling the Eggnog the Elf. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.